The crisis in illiteracy can't be overstated in the United States.
I mean, there are so many kids who have no books in their homes.
We go into homes all the time where children do not have book opportunities. Literacy experience are non-existent.
There's just a great need to get books out to families that don't have books in their home.
It's a crisis that cannot be overstated.
Let me tell you about First Book.
First Book is a national organization, and it has one particular mission, which is to give books to children. Children from low-income families that just may not have a stack of books of their own.
We're a nonprofit with a very simple mission. We provide the highest quality books to the most disadvantaged children in the country.
How simple? Give a child a book, get them interested in reading, open up new doors.
First Book is giving away over 30 million books, and they work through local communities. They use advisory boards in order to focus on the communities, because the local folks are people who know what's going on in the community.
With local advisory boards in cities and campus advisory boards in colleges.
So First Book uses these local groups to raise funds in the community and keep the funds in the community, and then seek out groups who service children who are from families that don't have a lot. Children in Head Start programs, children in Title I programs, children in after-school programs. And they center on these kids and make sure that they have anywhere from 5 to 10, even more books to take home, to read, to share with their parents, to share with the other children in their homes, and become children who can move from their current situations.
You know, good reading skills are the key to a good education, and a good education breaks the cycle of poverty.
Through powerful volunteer networks and committed people in cities all over the country, we now have local advisory boards in 245 communities. And just in the last month or so, we gave out our 30 millionth book.
I've been to a number of events where I've seen children actually get their first book, and it's an awesome experience.
It's an unbelievable experience. It's life-altering, not just for the child. It's life-altering for the people who are involved in First Book.
The grin on a kid's face when you give them their very first book that they own, you can't get that anywhere. And from that moment on, their teacher says their performance in the classroom has gotten better.
Because of that first book, you begin to see the success of those children.
If we can start children out with a firm foundation, then they have nowhere to go but up.
You're helping open up a brand new doorway for their learning.
Just seeing the look on the face of a kid who realizes that this is my book. You mean I get to keep this? I get to take this home?
You're giving them a gift. You're giving them something. And they are just so appreciative and happy that somebody thought of me. Somebody thought that I was important enough to come to the school, to do all of this with me, and then I get a book to take home, and I don't have to take it back to the library, I don't have to take it back to the classroom. That whole environment is just wonderful, and we see that with any of the recipient groups that we work with.
It's just amazing because a gift of a book makes such a big difference.
When you give a child a book, you've given them an opportunity not to read a book once, but to read a book over and over and over again. And pretty soon, instead of having that book read to you, you're then reading the book to someone else.
We've gotten thank you letters from the kids that say, now I can take the book home and read with my little sister.
To realize the powerful connections that are built through sharing books with children is just a real precious gift that First Book can provide.
And it's something that can be passed on so that you're not just helping one child, you're helping a family, you're helping a community, and you're helping your state.
And it's all because of First Book.
If you're interested in working with First Book, we need you. We need you. There are children waiting. There are millions of children waiting all across the U.S.
It's like eating chocolate. Sometimes you don't realize how good it's going to be until you take that first bite. And then when you take that first bite, you say to yourself, well, I'm only going to eat a little bit. Then you find yourself going back to the bag again and again and again.
It's one of the most amazing opportunities that you're going to have to participate in.
We're looking for more volunteers, people that have a passion for wanting children to have books, have a passion for literacy.
We'll work with you, we'll give you everything you need to make a real difference right where you live.
I would say to anybody who's interested in children, who's interested in literacy, who's interested in just the human condition, First Book is definitely the organization to become involved in. You just don't realize what a difference you can make in people's lives until you try.
So I would tell anybody that wants to get involved to definitely get involved.
Absolutely volunteer. Absolutely volunteer. Please volunteer. There's a spot for you. There's a spot for you with us. There's a spot for you all over America.
I encourage all sorts of people to get involved with First Book. The more diverse boards that we can create, the more powerful we can become.
Do you want to help make a difference? Then get involved with First Book.
Do it! I'm telling you, it's worth the jump. Take the leap in. You'll have tons of fun. You'll make a lot of new friends. You'll help out a lot of people.
Come work with us. Come work with us because we're doing it and we can make a difference, and a lasting difference and a real difference in the lives of those kids.